Ozone therapy is an immune modulating type of therapy. It'll take your immune system, and if it's too low, it'll raise it up. If it's too high, like the autoimmune, it'll bring it down a little bit. It's very safe and easy to do. It gives oxygen uptake into the system, and it also works as a detoxifier. So if there are toxins within the body, it'll remove those toxins.
Rectal ozone is simple and painless, takes less than 5 minutes, benefits the whole body, and is inexpensive.
Rectal ozone is a painless therapy that can be done at home.
The administration kit is comprised of ozone insufflation bags, catheters, and syringes. In addition to the administration kit, you are going to need an oxygen tank, a regulator, and an ozone generator.
The first step for any ozone therapy is to take the regulator and hook it to the oxygen tank.
There are 2 kinds of tanks, the medical oxygen tank, which requires a prescription, and the industrial oxygen tank that can be acquired at companies such as Airgas or Prax Air. A pediatric regulator is necessary for proper operation. The type of oxygen tank you get will determine the type of regulator you need. The medical pediatric regulator is simple. It has 2 pins. You have to make sure those pins slide in. Then you must tighten the regulator. When you open the tank, it doesn't leak because the regulator is set to 0. To put the industrial regulator on the industrial oxygen tank, you must slide it into place. Then using a wrench, tighten clockwise. Ensure it is tight and secure to prevent gas leaks. You're going to need tubing to connect the oxygen tank to the ozone generator. Connect one tip of the tubing to the regulator's nozzle. Place the ozone generator beside the oxygen tank and connect it to the power supply. The red light indicates it is connected. Take the other side of the tubing and connect it to the side nozzle of the ozone generator. This is the oxygen inlet. Take the bag and connect it to the top lure lock of the ozone generator. Make sure the clamp on the bag is open. Now turn on the ozone generator. The green light indicates it is operating. Set the regulator at 1/4 liter per minute. A similar chart to this will be on top of the ozone generator. The chart represents the concentrations of the ozone you can get from the ozone generator. In the left-hand column, you have the liters per minute. These liters per minute are adjusted by the regulator on the oxygen tank. On the right side of the column, you have the concentration of ozone measured in micrograms per milliliter, or gamma. The flow of the oxygen going into the generator will determine the concentration of ozone. So the liters per minute in the left-hand column will create the concentration represented on the right. The slower the flow rate, the higher the concentration. The faster the flow rate, the lower the concentration. The preferred setting is 1/4 liter per minute. 1/4 liter per minute of oxygen will produce 33 micrograms per milliliter of ozone. The current dosage recommended by Dr. Sylvia Menendez is 200 ml volume at approximately 40 micrograms per milliliter. American authors say up to 40 micrograms per milliliter and up to 400 mLs, or as the patient can tolerate. The gas only needs to be held for 30 seconds. The bag has a mark to measure the amount of ozone. Pinch your finger on the first mark to measure 200 milliliters of ozone. This is a good amount for rectal ozone therapy. Fill the 200 milliliter chamber. It should take about 1 minute. When the chamber is full, turn the regulator to 0. turn off the ozone generator and clamp the insufflation bag. Now take the catheter and connect it to the bag. The catheter will need to be inserted 3 inches into the rectum. It is necessary to lubricate the end of the catheter with some KY gel or ozone oil. Unclamp the bag and slowly roll it down, dispensing all the ozone into the colon. Once you have rolled down the bag, you can immediately pull out the catheter.
Now the ozone reacts with the mucosal wall and causes ozonated products. They're ozonides and peroxides, and those are carried through the portal vein up to the liver. That's where it goes systemic. It goes right into the whole system. So you're getting a therapy that's not just point, which it can be at sometimes, not just in one small area, but it's the whole body is being benefited with something like rectal ozone, which is safe, easy, inexpensive.
You can either dispense of the catheter or clean it. To clean the catheter, first wipe it with toilet paper. Now draw off water into the syringe. Then you connect the syringe to the catheter and dispense the water down the drain to eliminate any waste. Now to sterilize the catheter, use hydrogen peroxide and draw it up with the syringe. Hook the syringe to the catheter and dispense the hydrogen peroxide through the catheter. This will kill and eliminate any organic material. Repeat as many times as necessary. Rinse and clean the catheter one more time with water. Dry the catheter with a paper wipe and store it using a sandwich bag or a wrap, and we are finished.
Well, the reason that people do ozone therapy at home is because they can't afford to keep going back to a doctor, or there's a doctor, they're just too far away. So when you do an ozone therapy at home, the basic one is rectal ozone, because it is almost equal to the blood therapy that they get in off doctor's office. I want to thank you for watching the information that we've provided. I'm Tom Lau again with Doctor's Ozone. Hopefully this is going to be valuable to you, your family, and for your health.